What I miss is a rear camera.
Okay.
I really wanted a rear camera,
Okay.
which is not there. That is one definitely lacking feature in this variant. Maybe the display could have been better or something.
The display means this display you're talking about, or this display you're
This
talking
display.
एक बस थोड़ा सा जो ये बैक सीट का ये पोर्शन है,
जो हेडरेस्ट है,
हेडरेस्ट है,
हाँ।
हेडरेस्ट थोड़ा सा अनकंफर्टेबल सा लगता है, फील कि हाँ भाई जर्क है,
गाड़ी पे जर्क है, पता चल जाता है। अच्छा, तो क्या वो पूरा का पूरा जर्क आपको आज लगता है कि
फील तो हो जाता है कि हाँ भाई कुछ है।
Servicing aspect for Maruti is a little steep. Although servicing is good, but it will not be to your complete satisfaction. The 3 services that they say that giving you free is a big sham, because in the first 2 services they are really doing nothing. They are just washing your car and they are just checking it for anything, for stuff. So that's basically not a service, it's a checkup. Third service, okay, that I agree, it's a free service, they will give you labor for free. But if they are giving 3 free service, then it should be the service at 10,000, 20,000 and 30,000. Or they should stop claiming that. I think the brake is still, they can do much better with the brake right now, because when you brake instantly, there is a slight noise which Baleno makes. I've complained about it a few times, nothing happens.
So what is Maruti saying? Nothing.
Nothing. It's saying it's there. It's perception. It's there, but it's not making any harm.
So live with it.
Live with it. Their build quality is not so good. From the inside, they could have done better with the plastic. Probably make it more robust, I guess. I think it's a tad bit expensive for diesel. The difference between a petrol and a diesel is 1.5 lakhs, which is huge.
Okay.
Generally, it should be somewhere around 80,000 to 1 lakhs. So servicing for Maruti is very expensive till date. We think it's the cheapest car to handle, but it's not. A Honda or a Toyota will cost you much less. If you sit in a German car, you will feel the difference in the smoothness of the road. But in the Baleno, you will feel it a bit more than the German or the American car. The suspension is probably stiffer. In those small speed breakers, you feel a bigger jump. That is again because the suspension is not doing its job properly. So even if you are very dead slow and you go on those, so you will feel a jump in the drive.
You cross speeds of 100s, 120s on a highway.
Okay.
Maybe it could get a little bumpy there,
Okay.
and especially because the car is not at all heavy. It's a very light car. I think it's about 960 kilograms or something.
Okay.
Which is crazy for this size of a car. The car does seem to rattle at high speeds. So the steering does tighten up on when you are approaching higher speeds, but it's a little inconsistent. The CVT gearboxes where there is a slight amount of lag when it comes to you putting the pedal down and that power actually being
Delivered slightly.
to the
Okay.
so there is a slight lag there. So when you're trying to do any overtaking maneuvers, you have to accommodate about few seconds to adjust for that. So they were not able to follow basic instructions, and then I had asked them to check on a few things, which again they didn't. I had asked them to check on the noise on the brakes, because every time I wash the car or do something, there's this persistent noise that this groaning noise that comes from the the tire wells from the brakes. So those are some of the things that I asked them to do, which they didn't. So then I was left wondering, do they actually do any work at all on the free services?